Hey y'all, this is David and
Teresa.
And we're going for our photo walk today. Today's walk is brought to you by the Browns Ferry Federal Road, a division of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park. It's here, goes that way. So I think the access to the trail is on that side of the fence, because this don't look like a trail entrance. That just looks like where they mowed it.
Look at this, it says it's part of the Trail of Tears.
Yeah, it's actually not part of, but the beginning of, from the way I understood it. The Trail of Tears, one section of it started in Chattanooga, right over at Ross's Landing, and it came across the river, down Moccasin Bend, and out this old federal road over to a ferry that used to be at Brown's Ferry over here.
Oh, wow.
And that's where we're going.
Huh.
This trail, like the one right down the road that we walked a few weeks ago, is nice and wide and it's well maintained. They even mow it from the looks of things. A viewer sent in some suggestions for some content ideas.
Requests.
Yeah, and we like the ideas, so we're going to use some of them. One of them was, what was your favorite subject in school? So I'm going to expand on that and say you got two that you got to pick. One is from the strict academics, and then one will be from like the, what do you call it, the vocational studies, or whatever your elective, that's the right word, was, you know. So some people like band and some people like track and field, you know, and I liked machine shop. They had a machine shop at our high school, and it was an actual live machine shop that could tear your arm off if you treated it not very well. And so we got to learn on real machines, making real stuff. My academic subject of choice, it's kind of hard to say now because I didn't do them very long in school. I mean, do I get to pick it based on what I was liking then or what I like now, you know? Because now it would be history, but back then it's probably science, for the truth be known, until I got into that silly physics class and I couldn't grasp acceleration, couldn't figure that crap out.
I loved physics most. I liked physics most.
So you was good at physics?
No, but it was interesting. I like to know how the earth is made, how it heals itself, the creation of, it's fascinating how things work together. And the more you learn about it, the more you're like, what, really?
Pretty sure that's not physics.
No, that's not physics. But physics does go along with it because it tells you how to figure acceleration, which has nothing to do. Which way do we go?
I think it's this way. A lot of these kind of trails are run along like these power lines, as you can see here. And you can see they've just mowed a path down through here. It's a nice walk. It's not very photogenic. I mean, you could figure out something here, I'm sure, but I don't see much to take pictures of myself, even though I brought my camera.
Kind of just a mowed trail. It looks like we're in the middle of the corn maze.
Yeah, kind of does remind you of that. Since I'm so exhausted from this lengthy and arduous walk, I thought I'd stop here and talk to you for a minute about my life hack. It's actually because the lighting is better. But my life hack is I combined 3 activities in the mornings while I'm making coffee. I do French press coffee, so I boil water to do that. It takes it just long enough to boil that little kettle of water that I'm able to empty the dishwasher, clean out the sink, and reload the dishwasher and put up the clean dishes, as well as prep and get all the coffee ready in one operation. Sometimes I'll include some other stuff, but I can get all of that done in that same little block of time as I can just making the coffee. So if you can combine different jobs like that, because we have separation of duties in the kitchen. Teresa cooks and does preparation and things like that, and I clean up, and it works great. I don't mind washing dishes. She don't mind getting them dirty. But yeah, that's something that I would recommend you do, because then you're essentially getting 3 jobs done at once. So now we've entered the forested phase of the hike. These little bridges you see are for when it's wet weather. This little area will flood, so they've made little foot bridges to keep you out of the water, so you can get along down through here even if it's rainy.
Okay, so David says I'm supposed to hold this camera and do my life hack. All right, so this is the first one that came to mind today. This is actually from the Bible, and it is the, I don't remember where it is exactly. It's in Philippians something. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. And then also the one that says, it also says to take every thought captive. So what does that mean? That means think about what you're thinking about. And it's just a way to train your mind to think about things that are good, because we all have complaints, we all have struggles, but if you focus on those, if you talk about those, it seems that you bring more of that into your life. But if you can do the opposite, think about what you're thinking about and focus on the good things, which I do not do this all the time, but it is a solid way to train your mind to have a happier life, an easier, peaceful existence and life. We don't know where we're going or where we're going to end up.
Yeah, we do. I know exactly where we're going and
I don't
what
know
it looks
what's
like at the end.
I don't know what the end has at it.
I do. The river.
Really?
Yeah, it's out and back. We go over to the river and then go back.
Can we swim?
I mean, if you really wanted to, I guess. It's the river.
I have water shoes on. It's July 13th, July 13th. It is whatever, 94 degrees or something. I'm like, I am not wanting to get into the sunny part. But this is good because we're at the river. Let's go see.
All right, we've made it to the end of the trail. We got a no trespassing sign with a gate. That's counterintuitive.
Well, the gate fell off.
There's some birds over there. Oh, they're ospreys. They're nesting up on that power pole.
Oh.
Y'all can't see them because of the camera lens focal length.
Look at that rain cloud above us.
Yeah, there's a pair of ospreys right at the top of this pole.
I think they're mad because we're here.
I think they are too.
They're really fussing.
Yeah, they're not happy with us being here. But this is kind of neat. They've got a little grassy area. You could have a peaceful picnic if it wasn't for those ospreys right there complaining about it the whole time.
Look, there's a boat.
There's some boats and jet skis running up the river.
This looks like a fun place.
They've got some benches out here. Them ospreys are really upset. There's lots of complaining. Oh, someone had a pool float and it went flat and they just left it. We're a good 15 or 20 feet above the water.
That tells me they're swimming here.
Let's see here. They've got these
Crossing into
informational markers everywhere.
Tell tears.
So Brown's Ferry landing was right over there. Okay.
Isn't that in Tiftonia?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's Brown's Ferry Road.
And it come out, that's where the ferry across the river is right there.
Oh, it was an actual ferry.
That didn't connect.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh look, you can swim because here's a little trail down to the water, and it goes into
They do have a trail.
a shallow part that is sand on the bottom. I can see it.
Is that sand or is that grass?
It's grass on the sand.
Oh. So you can get in the river here.
Yeah.
They got these fancy benches. Like I said, there's a half a pool float. Somebody poked a hole in their pool float and abandoned it.
This is today's hike. The wind is so
This is kind of neat out here.
lovely.
You can get it in the shade if you walk over here under these trees.
So.
Oh, she's filming it with her phone. Someone has screwed a great big anchor into this tree. Where's the other one? I guess it was that tree for hammocks, it looks like. No? There's a ring screwed in that tree. How odd. See this ring they screwed into the tree here?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's to hang a hammock on, and I figured there'd be one on that tree. I guess they just tie the strap around that end and they hang a hook on this end.
This would be a really good spot for a hammock. And you can read your books.
Yeah. It's nice and shady over here.
I want to read my book and my magazine.
I'm gonna risk my life and I'm gonna go over here and see if I can get a photo from this fence so I'm not trespassing, and see if I got enough resolution in the ZF to be able to see these ospreys with the 50mm lens. Because we all know I need a 50 megapixel camera and a 500mm lens to do this, so I'm doing it wrong. Yep, it's a pair of ospreys. You can see them up there. They are not too happy. It may actually show up in the picture.
They're mad at you.
Yeah, they don't like us being here at all.
You know what this reminds me of? When we were in Tampa for a while. Remember, I was going to Bible college and stuff, and we were at Tampa for a while, and we had that Airbnb, and you walk across the street, you go down that little area, and there's that river. And you could go over there and you could sit, you could do yoga, you could sit and read your books and stuff, and the boats would go by. And that's what this part reminds me of.
Is that the neighborhood with the peacocks in it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember it now.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is what kind of trip do you want to take next? Like not a destination, but a activity. Like, you know what I think would be fun? If we went to a hostel and we stayed with all the other people. We've never done that before.
I only like to do certain activities, so I'm kind of painted into a corner with that. As far as that goes, I like to go do photography. It would be fun to go to certain cities and do street photography and maybe landscape photography as we hike from one place to another or something like that. But,
that's what I figured you were going to say. I figured you were going to say Hadrian's Wall.
yeah, I gave up on it.
No,
because I know we're not going.
No, we are. It's already planned. It's in June.
Nah.
Yes, it is. And our friend is going. I already talked about it with her, and we're planning on going in June of next year.
We shall see.
Okay, we shall see, and you will see.
Been talking about it for years now, and finally just stopped.
I told you last time we went out to eat with her, we talked about going, and it is planned for June. I told you that already. You've forgotten.
Apparently I have. All right, Teresa wants to do a section called "What are your goals for this week?" My goal is to activate a park, go on one photo walk, and do some sorting on my photo book project, which I have been neglecting the past few weeks. What is your goal?
I want to take some time every day to go to a scenic area and read my books, because I always say that I'm going to do that, and I have a lot to keep up with, and I do not do it.
All right, we made it back to the truck. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk with us today, and you give us the thumbs up and all them widgets and stuff. And if you're interested in another video that's on my channel that talks about something, it'll be over here or over here, one of them two places. Either way, there'll be a video pop up suggesting something interesting for you. It'll be specifically tailored for you. So with that, I appreciate you watching. And until next time, this is David. I'm gonna tell you to get your camera out
And take a picture with it.
There you go. See y'all later. Bye-bye.